it, let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you go. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you go. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go.
Today, from Highmark Stadium in
And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 32 yards. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point. as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Taron Johnson made the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man.
So they went with a trickery there on a fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Pirine. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen off the play fake. And his throw here's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
6-0 our score after 1.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
To the air, Allen.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
He will find his man Chase, complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase
With his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go. Big 13.
Mixon running wide side.
Down to about the 37. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Now it's Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And look at this, another fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game is now
touchdown Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there and put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 46. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Singletary.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Singletary again.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Devin Singletary. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills use the short field to get in for 6.
Allen will try to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Burrow will throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On 1, right?
Now Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Allen from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into a double.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty, so that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
I'm one, ready? 49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day. 49.
They'll go for it. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Dancing to his left. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Bengals bring out their punter. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bills get a bit closer.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Allen's throw going to be taken in by Knox.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
On play action, Allen.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Finding Knox there, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38, Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Forced out to his left.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go. Ready? Raise up. Come on,
first down. Here's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go. Big loss here on the play. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And a little bit of a surprise, lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover.